Hi everyone, and welcome to a manga updates video for this month. I've pretty much got everything for manga unless there's something really that I buy at the last minute, but pretty much everything I've ordered for this month has come in for manga. So I thought I'd do a video of that and then the rest of my stuff at the end of the month, rather than having such a huge break between videos. There's a couple new releases here, there's a couple older things, and some stuff that I don't know that if anyone's really seen before, so hopefully you'll enjoy it, and I'll just get started. First off are some older Viz releases, which are 19 and 20 of Hikaru no Go. There's only 3 volumes left in the series after these ones, and I'm not looking forward to the end because I'm going to be sad. I know that I am. Inside is pretty much just typical Obata artwork. Hikaru no Go has always been quite wordy. There's a lot going on, even though it's pretty much just about a board game. And yeah, the Pan-Asian competition going on right now, or qualifiers, is very high stakes and quite interesting to see where it's going. Next is a new Viz release from their Shoujo Beat line, which is Kimi Todoke Volume 21. Like I mentioned in my collection video, I quite enjoy Kimi Todoke. It's very sweet. It's nice to have a shoujo where you kind of enjoy all the characters, I think, at least in my opinion. But the series itself is getting quite long. I do hope it wraps up soon. That being said, this volume covers a lot of stuff with their worries about after school, graduating, college, university, working, that sort of thing. So it does seem like it's going to wrap up within the next, I don't know how many volumes, because this series does go incredibly slowly. But hopefully I'm not having to buy an extra 15-20 volumes to see the end of this story. I think it should be finished sooner rather than later, just to keep the kind of sweet feeling that it has without feeling like it's being over-milked, kind of. But lots of Ayane character development or character focus this volume, lots of focus on Saoko, understandably, and hopefully we'll see how it develops in the next volume, whenever that comes out. Next is another Viz new release, another Shoujo Beat title, and that is Natsume's Book of Friends, Volume 18. Exactly what you would expect from a Natsume volume. Lots of interaction with Exorcist this volume, which is quite interesting. Quite nice to see him interact with some other people that kind of understand his situation, but he's not quite friends with. And it's always good seeing Natori. Interesting to see what's going on with the Motobas, that sort of thing. And of course the special chapter after the actual chapters themselves. Lots of varied and interesting yokai and a lot of different stories. It was a nice volume to read and to just kind of lose yourself in. Next is another Viz release, which is Blue Exorcist, Volume 13. As I mentioned in my collection update, Blue Exorcist I've always enjoyed, but the last couple volumes have really picked up the action, the pace, the story. It's quite interesting seeing how it's evolved from its sort of humble beginnings, and this volume has some of the most messed up stuff I've seen in a little bit, so it's quite interesting to see such grotesque sort of things from what is typically more stylized manga. Good volume, very good volume. Next is Neon Genesis Evangelion, the 3-in-1 omnibuses. This is the third one, which has 7 till 9 in it. I really, really love the Evangelion manga. I think it adds a lot more to the, I don't want to say multiverse, but sort of the world and the franchise of Evangelion. These Viz releases are phenomenal. The manga itself has an incredibly riveting story. It's not an exact carbon copy of the show. And I think that's the great thing about Evangelion. With each new manga or movie or television show, it does reinvent itself a little bit, so every part of it is bringing something new. Even though it's the same characters, same motivations, same kind of ideas behind it, and there's always something new and interesting and adds that little bit more to what is otherwise just kind of a more typical mech show with kind of darker undertones. And of course, in typical Evangelion fan fashion, we all love to overanalyze and figure out, try and see what Evangelion really, really means. But I still need to get the last one, and then hopefully volume 13 and 14 will be released like this in the somewhat near future, maybe far off future, I don't know. But these volumes are gorgeous. I look forward to finishing the series. I haven't read the 13th or 14th yet. So once I do, I know that I'm just going to be quite sad and have to wait for the next movie, because that'll seem to take a while. Next is Wandering Sun, Volume 8, the most recent volume by Fantagraphics. It's hardcover, as are all the other volumes. This is a very good volume. This actually, and the last volume, sort of covers what's in the show. They're in middle school, and it's more questioning why certain people are allowed to wear certain clothing and then other people aren't, which of course is kind of the bread and butter of Wandering Sun, bringing forward these ideas of why certain things are so gendered, why certain things are only appropriate for girls or boys or whatever else, and why they'd be so ostracized otherwise, that sort of thing. Of course, what you would expect from Wandering Sun. This one seemed a little bit cheaper, like in price, than the previous ones, but that may just be because of my exchange rate at the moment. I don't know, but I'm really happy that this came out, because I wasn't actually aware of when the newest volume was coming out, so that was a good thing. And finally, it's a manga, but it's not typically what you would expect. It's a promotional book sort of thing. You can buy it at the gift shop at the Louvre in Paris, the art gallery. And that is Rohan at the Louvre by Hirohiko Araki, who does JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I think most people know that. And this is a story about Rohan from JoJo at the Louvre. If you know JoJo, you kind of know what to expect, both style-wise and story-wise. Araki is a very recognizable both author and illustrator, artist. And Rohan, I think, is one of his more interesting characters. I say that, but JoJo characters are typically interesting. But this is a kind of series of comic or graphic novels that are produced by the Louvre. They're commissioned from various artists from all over the world. And this is the one that Araki did. It's a very fun little thing, especially if you're a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fan. It's exactly just like a little snippet of a typical JoJo chapter. So, and it's not too expensive, it's about $20. It's A4 sized, so you can see it's quite large, hardcover. This fully translated into English. Obviously you can get it in French as well. I'm not sure how many people know about this, but you can buy it off of Book Depository and Abe Books. That's where I got mine, from Book Depository. And it's been out since, it's been around since I think 2010. This was one of the reprints that was out 2012. So yeah, you can either buy it online, or the next time you pop over to France, you can get it there. But yeah, it was nice having a little bit of something that I don't know if many people know about. And I've been wanting this for a long time. I just didn't have the extra money to spend on it. But since this, I did quite well at work the other couple weeks ago. I just thought, I'm saving this part, but I'll spend everything else. And so I got quite a bit more than I expected. And this was something that just kind of fell under those extra purchases that I could spoil myself with, really. And that's pretty much it. I'll put them all in a pile. So it's not a huge amount. It's 8 or 9 volumes altogether. But I think a good mix of series, and not a lot of things that you would typically see from some other YouTubers, things like that. But anyway, thank you for watching. The anime video will be up at the end of the month, hopefully, if shipping permits. I don't know whether I'm going to be getting anything else. There is a convention next weekend, so maybe, because that's where I get most of my cheaper manga. But I don't know whether I'll be attending this year, so we'll see. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.